What's going on, YouTube? It's Marvel DC Bros, and today we're coming at you with our Joker's role in the DC Cinematic Universe.
So we've seen this theory been floating around the internet, and it's I don't know if y'all have seen it yet. We'll put a link that's one that we've seen in the description box. It's pretty mind blowing. Like the fact that someone came up with it, not came up with it. It's like a theory, or whatever. But like people thought this is just like that's crazy. It's super incredible. I was mind blown after reading the articles. Like, could this really be? Like, I was convinced. I was like, wow, he's definitely the Joker's definitely Jason Todd, maybe. Which, I mean, it's still 50-50. We have two different theories on, the role. But, yeah, I mean, that's the whole theory is that the Joker in the Suicide Squad, he's actually Jason Todd.
Yeah, I mean, if you, if I don't know if y'all play the Arkham City game, but Jason Todd has a J on his like engraved on his face, like the Joker tortured him and put the J on his face, and in the Suicide Squad trailer, and I mean obviously the pictures, he has a J tattoo under his eye, and so they could try to connect it that way, like Jason Todd ended up becoming the Joker because he was tortured so bad by him that it just drove him mad, and so he decided to become the Joker to get back at Batman for not saving him.
Yeah, and this is, like, kind of silly, but, he has the J tattoo on his face. I mean, it stands for Joker, probably, but what if it stood for Jason? Huh? Maybe. Probably not. Just kind of like a silly coincidence, but I thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, and maybe in the backstory of the Batman solo movie, they might dive more into if Jason Todd actually is the Joker, that maybe Joker tortured him by putting all those tattoos on him, and that's kind of why it drove him mad. And it makes sense too because there's a lot of theories out there of why the Joker has all of those, like, I don't know if they're fake teeth or grills or whatever, but maybe the Joker knocked out all of Jason's teeth, and so he has those as like stand-ins for his teeth. So I mean, there's a lot of reasons that point towards it could be Jason Todd. I mean, it might not be, but there's a lot of things that point towards it.
Yeah,
So
and I think in movie universes, there is no coincidences. I think that usually in, like, the movie world, especially like DC and Marvel, like when they show something in the trailer, like, I know it's so little, but they showed the little newspaper with the Joker's writing and the Robin suit with the Joker's writing. I don't think they put that in there just for fun. I think they put that in there for an Easter egg, give people, like, their brains start running so they could think of these theories. I think that they put it in there for that, just to give people, like, a little tease, and to think, like, I mean, that's some pretty compelling evidence. Like, who else knew that Bruce Wayne was Batman besides someone who belonged to the Bat family? I mean, because I don't think the Joker knew. So I think maybe that leads to Jason Todd being the Joker because he put the spray paint on the newspaper and stuff. And I don't think that was a coincidence that A, we saw it in the trailer, and B, that it'll be in the movie. And I don't know.
yeah, and I mean, Jason Todd really knows, Batman and Bruce really well, like, because he lived with him for so many years, and him writing that letter to him, that could really, he knew that it would get under his skin. That's why he did it. I mean, he wants to, make Batman, he wants to drive him mad for what he did to him, and, it meant that he killed his family by letting Superman and Zod destroy his building, but he knew that that would just make him infuriated, and he wants Batman to get out on the street so they can go back at it.
Yeah, because, like, he does want to get under his skin, and that's just typical Joker to do that. But like I said, like, how else would the Joker have known to give that paper to Batman, like, without him knowing his identity? So I think that was something really fishy that, I mean, just connecting the dots. And some of the stuff that we have to say, we did not come up with. I will not take credit for it. We've seen it in various YouTube videos or articles. So, I mean, I'm no genius on the subject. We've just been seeing it, and it makes sense. Like, the theory about that makes, of Jason Todd being the Joker, makes 100% sense to me. Like, if they went that route, I would be like, wow, that's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's in the article that we read, they put a lot of work into their, uh, theory and stuff. So I mean, it does make a lot of sense because of how many things just in the trailer they gave us. So I really don't think that it was a coincidence that people are starting to think that.
Our other theory of what they could be doing with Jason Todd, the character, not necessarily Joker, but he ties into it, is we think that they're trying to set up Jason Todd to be Red Hood in the standalone Batman movie. Because, like I said, there is not coincidences in big movies like that. So I think putting his suit in there could have been an Easter egg for A, for him to be Joker, or B, for them to be trying to start the Red Hood storyline in Batman vs. Superman, or even in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean, also the letter that was written on the newspaper was in red, so I mean it makes sense. Red Hood, Jason Todd, but a reason, in the Dark Knight Returns comics that Batman quit being the Batman was because Jason Todd was killed. And so they could have just put it in there for an Easter egg to kind of show, that they're going to make an homage to that. But like we've been saying, there's no coincidences in the DC Cinematic Universe so far. And so I think that they are setting it up for something, whether it's him being the Joker or him being the Red Hood. Granted, I hope they do the Red Hood because I'm a huge fan of the Red Hood, so seeing that on screen would be amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Red Hood he's like a total badass. Like, I love him as a villain. I hated him as Robin. Sorry to say that, but I lo- I would hope that they did Red Hood. But I mean, if they did the Joker, I would not be disappointed at all because that's like super twisted, and I love dark and twisted things. So I would definitely be on board for that.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Todd, he really is a badass. I mean, he's so cynical and he just wants to bring justice to Gotham by ridding the bad people in Gotham. So he's like Batman in a way, but he goes about it the wrong way, and that's why him and Batman butt heads so much, was because they view the same thing but in a different way. And so that's why I think he would be the perfect villain for the solo Batman movie, because they butt heads so much that it would just be the perfect villain for the first movie.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our theory video, and you took in our theory and enjoyed it, and I hope you are sincerely to one another.
And we'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button. Let us know in the comments down below of what you think of the theories. Been Marvel DC Bros, signing out.